Hi Stampers, it's Nancy from Stampin'shout.com. Welcome. I am an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator, and I'm here every week, Monday through Friday at noon, and I share with you 5 different cards or projects with one stamp set. So I'm here to give you lots of ideas and inspiration, hopefully. But before I get started, I want to announce last week's winners of the cards. And the way they won was by leaving a comment. So every day when I did a video, if they commented, they were entered to win that day's card. So let's start with our first winner, which is Wendy Zilly 9735. Thank you for your comments. Then we have Karen-PL6PU. Thank you. And then the drapery card is for Teresa Springer 5052. Thank you very much. And our diagonal fold card is for Trisha Wall 7747. Thank you, Trisha. And our last card, our little fun fold, is for Rosemarie Schmidt 2423. So all you need to do is to email me your email address, and you can email it to stampin'shout@gmail.com, and then I will go ahead and mail out your card. This is for United States only. If I forgot to mention that, I want to bring that up. Of course, everyone's comments are truly appreciated. Thank you so much. I know I've got a few from Australia and New Zealand, so thank you very much. I appreciate it. This week's featured stamp is So Very Merry, and it's one of Stampin' Up's online exclusives. So not only do they have stamps and products in their catalog, they have online exclusives. So I'm going to have that link in the description down below so you can find it. There's a lot of great things out there too, and this is one of them. So this week we're going to make 5 cards. I'll show you ideas for all these little rounded images and the sentiments. And as you can see, the images are designed to look like stained glass window effect. I'm going to show you multiple coloring techniques and the tools with these stamps to get your desired look, and you're going to be surprised at how easy it is. And there's a lot of different ways you can use it, so I'm excited to show that all to you. Let me show you today's card. I love it. I think this might be my favorite. I know you can't decide yet because you haven't seen them all, but this uses the little bird image. So let me bring in the supplies. So I'm using Sweet Sorbet as the base, and I'm also using Garden Green and Whisper White, or Basic White. And then I have a scrap of white. I'm using Sweet Sorbet also for the focal point. And this little piece is it's called More Dazzle 6x6 specialty paper. It's really pretty. So it comes in a pack like this, and I think you're going to love it, especially for the holidays. So what do you think? Are we too soon in starting our holiday cards? I hope you don't think that. I don't, because even if I get all my cards done, it seems like I'm still rushing at the end to do a last, few more. And so I'm getting started early this year. Okay, so let's go ahead and put the card base together. We can get that out of the way. So I have my Sweet Sorbet base and my Garden Green. And this piece here, I ran through the Merry Melody embossing folder, and it gave it all that texture. Perfect for this little bird, I think. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue these 2 pieces together, and then I'm going to glue it to the card front. So as you can see, I just have a teeny tiny little border of the Garden Green showing through, but it really makes a difference on your card. I will have all the measurements and the supplies I used on my blog. So after the video, you can hop over there if you want. You can see all the supplies and the colors and the measurements and get all that information there. But make sure you stay to the end. My videos are very short. I do all the fast forwarding for you. And by you staying through the whole 10 minutes or 12 minutes, whatever it is, it does help my YouTube channel grow, and that's what I'm trying to do right now. So all your comments and your likes and your shares and staying to the end is very helpful, so I appreciate it. I do hope you like the quick videos. Let me know what you think. Okay, so we did that, And I think I'm going to go ahead and do the inside really quick. For that, I actually brought in another stamp set. It's called The Brightest Glow, and I'm using a stamp that says, "To you and yours this Christmas," and I am going to ink that up in Garden Green. Just hold it there for a second, and look at the font, how pretty it is. It's really gorgeous. So I'm just going to clean this off with my little chamois here, and now I'm going to glue it to the inside of our card. So the inside is done. Do you like to use glue for your cards, or do you like to use the tape runner? I'm just curious. I used to use the tape runner all the time, but now I'm just hooked on using the glue. And there's some little tips and tricks to it. So as I go along, I will definitely mention that to you. I'm also going to put on the inside of our card a little strip of sweet sorbet that I had left over, and I actually ran that through that same Merry Melody embossing folder, and I really like the way it looks inside. Just adds a little bit more interest to the card, and the fact that it's textured is really cool too. So there, that's the inside of our card. Now let's continue with the front. So there's a couple ways you can do this. I am going to stamp right on a circle that I already punched out, and I used the 2 3/8 inch punch, which is new this year in the catalog. Stampin' Up also has a couple of other circle punches. You can use the layering circles. They're discontinued, but if you have them, you can use them. I will have the sizes of my circles through all this week's cards in my blog. You'll get that description. There's the stylish shapes that you can use for the circles. There's a lot of different choices, but that's what we're going to do first. So let me bring in that bird stamp and my Memento ink and Garden Green. So I'm going to stamp the sentiment first up at the top, and then I'm going to stamp the bird underneath it. That will give me a little bit better of an idea of where to place the bird. So that's that. And this is cute because the bird fits really well into this little area right here. Stick with me this week because we're going to talk about the photopolymer stamps and how you can kind of manipulate them to do, if you want it to be in a different shape or a different angle. The way we're going to fill him in today is with our Stampin' Blends, and I am using Light Flirty Flamingo, Light Real Red, and Light Cherry Cobbler. I'm also using Light Crumb Cake, so we'll start with that. And I'm going to use the small tip because what we're coloring in is very, very tiny. So I'm just going to color the branch in. I think I'm going to put a little bit of the dark crumb cake right up here to give it more of that stained glass effect. And here's my little sample so you can see what I'm doing. Now I'm going to use the Light Flirty Flamingo. And when I decided to do this, I just colored here and there and skipped a couple spots to give it that stained glass look. You want to have just a little bit of a light touch when you do this. If you push too hard, it will bleed fast over into the next area. So we're just doing it nice and easy. Now I'm going to bring in Light Old Olive. Whoop, I'm going to use the small tip. And Dark Old Olive. And I'm going to bring in Daffodil Delight just for his beak. Just give him a little touch there, just like that. So basically, when you're coloring in any of these stamps, it works really well if you pick one color and you do a dark and a light color combination. And you're going to see throughout the week different coloring techniques that I use, so you'll know exactly what I mean. But that's our little bird. Very, very cute. Now we can bring this card in, and we're going to attach our dazzle paper. I'm going to attach that right in the center here. So I'm just visually looking at that. Oh, you know what? See, I made a little boo-boo. But it's good to make boo-boos. That way you guys know how to fix them, hopefully. So this was cut a little bit too short. But so what I'm going to do is I cut it in half. And I'm going to lay it at each end where it should be. And the middle is not going to matter because it's not going to be seen. So there you go. When you make a mistake, you generally can always fix it. So now this piece here, I am going to bring in some dimensionals. And I'm going to lay down 2 sets. The first set is going to hold my gold twine. It's gold trim, actually. It's called Simply Elegant Trim or something similar. But I will have all that listed. You don't have to worry about that. And then I'm going to remove the layer to expose the sticky. And I'm going to bring in some of this ribbon or this trim. And I'm just going to let it flow here and there. Look at it and see where it's all laying. See if you like it. And I think I want some more up here. Now I'm going to add a few more dimensionals, and this will make sure that it sticks to the card. The reason I'm adding more is because some of that twine is using the sticky, so I want to make sure it really sticks to my card. So that's today's card. I hope you enjoyed the video and picked up a few tips. If so, please give me a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. And click that little bell to get notified. Every time I upload a video, you'll get notified. And feel free to share and help me grow my video channel. I appreciate that. And remember, all comments are entered to win today's card, and the winners are announced on Monday's videos. So thanks a lot. I will see you tomorrow at noon Eastern Standard Time. Don't be shy. Stamp and shout.